Hello again, everybody. Zach and Tech is here with my Atakline for this Thursday, July 27th, 2017. Hope everyone had a nice week thus far. I had. Went to a fair yesterday, the Emily City, Mid-Michigan, Eastern Michigan State Fair. That was a lot of fun there. And then I went to a concert this past Tuesday. I have not had a gig. I was supposed to have a gig this past Saturday, but it got canceled on me last Monday. So I don't have a gig till this Saturday. Unless that gets canceled too, but it's not looking like it right now. But I did have a concert this past Tuesday, which was REO Speedwagon. Yeah, they're the headliners. Styx and Felder, formerly of the Eagles. I took my dad to see him because he hasn't seen, well, he saw Speedwagon with me a couple years back, but he has not seen Styx or Felder. He's seen them separately with my mom. So it's my second time seeing all three of them. And Dad's first time seeing Styx and Felder, and his second time seeing Speedwagon with me. And all in all, allergies. A lot of fun yet again. All three bands killed it and destroyed it, as I expected and knew. Starring Felder. I've said about him in my Huey Lewis review, and I think I reviewed it on this Atakline a couple years back. That he doesn't have the strongest voice a la Glenn or Don Henley. But Felder held his own, kicking off with Already Gone and probably doing, I think, probably the same set list as he did in Freedom Hill with a few set changes, set design changes. And having a couple guests, Tommy Shaw from Styx came out doing Take It Easy before doing Thrilling Renditions of Witchy Woman Heartache Tonight, before ending with members of Styx and Speedwagon coming out to add guitar and percussion on Hotel California. I might have said this in my review in 2015. Seeing the Eagles a couple years back and seeing somebody else do Felder's solo was good. But actually seeing Felder himself do the solo from Hotel California live himself was amazing. Twice amazing. And then Styx was next. In my mind, Styx should have been the headliner. And this proved it. As they killed yet again. And probably as good, even better, than when I saw them at Caesars. Although I had a much farther seat because I was in the pit for Styx in 2013. It's always weird to see people again. Especially weirder when I've seen them in smaller places and I had better seats. And then seeing them like in an arena, or in this case, an amphitheater on the lawn. Sailors was mostly the same with some variations. They opened up with a new song for the new album, The Mission, Gone, Gone, Gone. But the opening song of 2013 was the second song, Blue Collar Man, although they forgot to turn up Lawrence's keyboard, the guy who replaced Dennis DeYoung, because you couldn't hear the that's an important part in the song is the intro, and they forgot to turn this keyboard on him. But it got better, especially doing Come Sail Away, Too Much Time, and once again, crushing it on Renegade. So then Speedwagon was the headliner, REO. Now, I've seen him as a headliner before in 08, but that's a much different story. They didn't have Styx open for him, so it's like, REO's Speedwagon's a headliner, and Styx, not a lot of people were standing. But REO people were standing. I was like, really? REO gets a standing ovation? Wow, interesting. But as far as my comments about them being headlining over Styx, they still delivered a nice set. Kicking off with Don't Let 'Em Go, and they lowered the keys to the songs. I saw them in 08 at Sterling Fest, and they had the keys normal. But then they lowered the keys last couple of years to accommodate Kevin's voice. His mic was lowered a little bit, but you can hear him still decently well. Had a good opening with, of course, the deep cut, Keep Pushing. Followed by Can't Fight This Feeling. And had a little deep cuts, including Building the Bridge, which was the re-election song for Hillary Clinton's husband, Bill Clinton, in 96. There were some political statements made by REO, the only one that made it, especially doing Golden Country. But then the last 6 songs were the best songs that everyone knows and loves. Oh, it's a session, too. Taking on the One. Time for Me to Fly. Back on the Road Again. One of my personal favorites. I've known a lot more REO songs since I've last seen them. So, to see them again when I know more songs is great. The Ride the Storm Out. Keep on Loving You. In the last song, I thought we Ride the Storm Out. But the last song was, in fact, Roll with the Changes. Great song for people who are anti-Trump. Anyway! my only political statement here. So, fun week with a fair and, of course, a great concert. Can't wait to go to another concert on the 6th, the Idol of the 90s tour. Strikes back with TLC and Snap, CNC Music Factory, All for One, Color Me Bad, and Biz Markie. So it should be a fun night on August 6th. Meanwhile, let's get on down with the rest of the entertainment news. Start with your number lines. Well, we had a new number one this past weekend. Dunkirk, the movie directed by Christopher Bolan. Oh my God, his name right. Nolan, the director of the Batman series, the recent ones like the Dark Knight series, debuted at number one with a big opening with about 50 million. Well, Girls Trip surprised with 31 million. The all-girl flick with Tiffany Haddish, Queen Latifah, Jada Pinkett Smith, and not Vivian Fox. No, Aisha Tyler was not in it. I thought she was in that film. It was not. Oh, it's Regina Hall. Kim, black actresses messed up sometimes, but anyway. Then Valerian bombed with 17 million. And we'll see how Dunkirk does against a kid movie. A movie that looks stupid. The Emoji Movie, you can tell how he was running out of ideas with the Emoji Movie. And then we have Candy Crush the Game Show. So, damn it. We also got Atomic Blonde, a female Bond with Charlize Theron. See how that does. In Detroit, the movie will open up in select theaters where it goes wide next week. Based on the 67 riots in Detroit. So, there you go. Now we have Billboard, number one. Still number one album is Jay-Z. For the second straight week in a row, 444 lands up on the top of the Billboard charts. While French Montana debuts at number 3. I think the top 5 are mostly rappers. Number 1 is Jay-Z. Number 2 is Kendrick Lamar. Number 3 is French Montana. Number 4 is DJ Khaled. And the only non-rapper to be, I think, all rappers on the top 5. With 21 Savage, was debuted number 2 last week, was at number 5 this week. So, interesting. Top 5 albums of rappers. And, well, we have a still number 1 album. Sadly, yes, it's a still number 1 single as well. For the 11th straight week. Despacito. With Louis Fonsi, Justin Bieber, and Daddy Yankee. I'll save you the tyrant this week. I'm saying I'm a broken record every week. We need faster songs. Anyway. It is definitely by far the longest number 1 of the year. Thus far, 11 big weeks at the top. Which only proved in the top 10 with Attention. But the big question is, can Despacito be the one to break the long-standing record of the longest number 1 in history? We had very close calls the last 2 years. 2015, we had Bruno Mars and Mark Ronson go up for about, I think, like 12 or 13 weeks. And then earlier this year, last year, we had Chainsmokers go up 14 weeks. We thought that was going to be the longest number 1 ever, because the record is 16 weeks. 20 years ago, that was Mariah Carey and Boyz II Men's One Sweet Day. Like I said, a lot of people have come close. You know, Uptown Funk's 14. I think Closer was 12. And so was Ed Sheeran's Shape of You earlier this year. That was a number 1 for 12 weeks. So the 11th week for Despacito. The second longest number 1 this year. I have to correct myself. I thought it was the longest, but it's the second longest number 1 this year. Can it beat Ed Sheeran for the longest this year? Is it going to beat the longest number 1 this decade, Uptown Funk, 14 weeks, and of course, will it beat the impossible? The 16-week reign of One Sweet Day? Hell no. I hope not. So, there you go. You can tell the change of music scenes affecting the VMA nominations this year, despite a horrible showing last year. It was dominated by Beyonce. We're happy to say Beyonce's not nominated that much this year. Yeah! But we do have a nomination of hip hop. Dominating nomination that was announced this past Tuesday. 8 nominations for Kendrick Lamar with Humble, including Artist and Video of the Year. Very interesting Video of the Year nominations this year. We have Humble by Kendrick Lamar, 24 Karat Magic Bruno, Alessio Cara, interestingly, getting a video nod for Scar Still Beautiful. DJ Khaled, Wild Thoughts, Not I'm the One. And The Weeknd, Reminder, and Not Feel It Coming or Starboy. I've not seen that one. Seen every video, but Reminder. You got the video. Now this year, the nominations are different. They're not doing male and female. They're doing all in all Artist of the Year. With both male and female, with only 2 females, 4 males. The male equivalent of the Artist of the Year nods are Bruno, Kendrick Lamar, Ed Sheeran, and The Weeknd. The lone females are Ariana Grande and Lorde. Ironically, Universal Artists on the same label, Republic. Best New Artist, we got Khaled, not DJ Khaled, but the R&B singer. I love it. Kodak Black, SZA, whatever his name is. Young Ma, known for her hit song. Oh, ooh, that's it. Ooh. Julia Michaels, known for her hit single Issues, and Noah Cyrus, the sibling of Miley. Younger. Then we have, of course, obviously, like the genres. Categories like Best Hip Hop, we have Kendrick, Big Sean, Chance the Rapper, Dram, Migos, DJ Khaled, with, of course, 2 #1 singles. I'm the One and Bad and Bougie, dominating that category. We have Best Dance Zed, Stay, the hit single with Alessio Cara, Calvin Harris, Major Lazer with Justin Bieber, Cold Water, Applejack, and Kygo. You know, Rock, Coldplay, FOB, 21 Pilots, Green Day, and Foo Fighters. A lot of heritage artists, and of course, one fresh young group, 21 Pilots. I'm surprised they lost last year. Best Pop, we have Shawn Mendes, Ed Sheeran, Harry Styles, Fifth Harmony. Their newest song that just came out last week is now nominated. What's the deadline again? They changed it. We have Katy and Miley going up for Best Pop. It goes at the technical awards, the directing, visual effects, and all that. Voting is now available on MTV.com. And they announced the nominations Tuesday, but today they announced the host. Now, MTV decided to go a little bit off kilter with VMAs the last few years, having music people host the show. Now, in 2016, they had 2015, should I say, they had Miley Cyrus hosting it. And they had no host last year. But this year, they do have a host. It's Katy Perry hosting. I don't think she's ever hosted an award show, ever. But she did release a statement concerning her being the choice of the host, saying that I've been training with MTV in zero gravity, eating astronaut ice cream, and I'm on a group text with Buzz Aldrin and Neil deGrasse Tyson. Come August 22nd, I'm ready to be your moon woman. Brace for impact, kids. It's going to be interesting to see how she will do. Of course, the newest judge of American Idol is Miss Perry, along with Ryan Seacrest back as host on a new channel, ABC. A lot of rumors about who is going to be the next judge. I'm hearing like Luke Bryan might be a judge. I'm hearing a lot about that. So, go with that. Now, the man who probably can give 2 shits about award shows. Michigan's own Kid Rock. Now, a couple weeks back, I addressed the rumors about Kid Rock running for Senate in 2018. Even a site was made and mush was made. But Kid kind of lightened up on his one with a statement he made on his website yesterday to express his feelings on the rumors about him running for Senate, saying that I was completely overwhelmed with the response I received from community leaders, DC pundits, and blue-collar folks that are simply just tired of the extreme left and right bullshit. As part of the excitement surrounding my possible campaign, I decided to take a long look to see if there is real support for me as a candidate in my message, or is it just because it was a fresh news story? The one thing I've seen over and over again is that although people are unhappy with the government, too few are even registered to vote to do anything about it. We have over a year left until an actual election, which will be Senate and all that, because the next presidential is in 2020. Eat it, Trump haters. So my first order of business is to get people engaged and registered to vote, while continue to put out my ideas on ways to help working class people in Michigan and America, all while still calling out these jackass lawyers, these are his words, who call themselves politicians. During this time, while exploring my candidacy for U.S. Senate, I am creating a 501c form, a nonprofit organization for the promotion of voter registration. Not only can I raise money for this critical cause, but I can help people get registered at my shows. He is touring a little bit next year with this Greatest Showdown tour and doing select touring this year, including 6 days at the new Little Caesars Arena in Detroit. Since the announcement, the media has speculated that this was a ploy to sell shirts or promote something. He has new songs, but that's the point. Beyond the point. I can tell you I have no problem selling Kid Rock shirts, and yes, I will absolutely use this media circus to sell and promote whatever I damn well please. Many politicians are doing the same thing. They just feed you a bunch of bullshit about it. But either way, money raised in this time through the sales of merchandise associated with this very possible campaign will go towards our registered to vote efforts. One thing is for sure. The Democrats are shouting in their pantaloons right now, and rightfully so. We will be scheduling a press conference in the next 6 weeks or so to address this issue amongst others. And if I do decide to throw my hat in the U.S. Senate, believe me, it's game on, motherfuckers. So let's get a statement on a Senate one. Now, he is not totally against it, but he's not fully pursuing it at this time, especially with a year before the election for that position. He is now focused on voter registration efforts. So, there you go. Salute kid for that. I'll end this with some sad news for several generations. Of course, last week I didn't make an Atakline at all, so I will give you my thoughts on the passing of Chester Bennington last week of an apparent suicide by hanging at his house in Los Angeles. Very sad. I like Linkin Park, like many others. I was a teenager during the Linkin Park years, especially during the first 2 albums, Hybrid Theory and Meteora. I had their Collision Course CD with Jay-Z. I thought that was a cool thing at the time, the mashup. When a mashup was cool, especially with the White Album, with, of course, Jay-Z and the Beatles mashup by Danger Mouse. The first real mashup, and then bang, they made a show out of it, or at least a special, with Jay-Z and Linkin Park doing something together. And that was cool for the time, even winning a Grammy. So it was a sad occasion for Linkin Park fans. With the end of Linkin Park near, of course, they had to cancel a lot of their tour dates. They were supposed to tour. Today was supposed to be the first day of the U.S. leg of their One More Light tour, but as you know, sadly, that won't happen. Well, my generation is kind of mourning the death still of Chester Bennington. An earlier generation is mourning the death of June Foray, the voice of Rocky the Flying Squirrel from Rocky and Bullwinkle, and Natasha from Boris and Natasha, died at age 99. Wow. Man, she lived that long. Applause to you. Her close friend confirmed that with a heavy heart. Again, I would like to let you know that we lost our little June today at age 99. Besides being the voices of Rocky and Natasha from the Rocky and Bullwinkle series, she was also the voice behind Witch Hazel from the Looney Tunes, Nell from Dudley Do-Right, Granny the Sylvester and Tweety cartoons, Cindy Lou Who in How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Wow, that's cool that she was Cindy Lou Who in the original animated short of How the Grinch Stole Christmas. So, very sad. They call the first lady of voice acting and one of the original members of animation organization ESPA Hollywood and founder of the annual Annie Awards. It was also instrumental in creating the Oscars category for Best Animated Film. That started in 2002. Shrek was the first winner, so that's cool. Like, she did a lot of great things and known for a lot of great things. So, condolences to both, not just the friends and family and fans of Chester Bennington, but also to the fans and friends and family of June Foray, the voice of Rocky the Squirrel. So salute to both of them. And thank you for the memories that you've given both the generations that grew up with you. So that is it. It's Atakline for today. Very lengthy, but a lot's happened the last few days for me and the entertainment world. With that in mind, you've all been attacked by the news from Zach. See you later. Bye-bye.